This is a video about scribbles, man. When it comes to this type of drawing, for me anyways, it's more about the feeling of moving your hands, your fingers, the feeling of the brush in your hand and how it feels to move it around and make curves and shapes, you know, and the feeling of the brush filled with paint, dragged across the paper, and the feeling of the brush as it's running out of paint and it's dragging across the paper, and the different marks and shapes that you make. It's more about all of that than it is about trying to recreate something or make something that looks like something that already exists. Although it is fun as you're moving your tool around to let your imagination play a little bit and try to figure out what it is that you're drawing. Usually, when I am drawing something like this, and somebody else sees it, the question is always, "What are you drawing, Steve? What are you drawing? What the heck are you drawing?" And the answer is, usually, if I'm honest, I'll say, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm drawing. Because that knowledge is contained in the process of the drawing, and sometimes, you know, it's just purely interesting shapes. Sometimes you're like, oh, that looks like an eyeball. That looks like another eyeball. Now I got to figure out where the mouth is. It's actually very much like scribbling. You know, kids understand it intuitively before they start trying to ask you what you're drawing, before they try to start drawing things. Like really young kids, they just take something like this and they do what they do. This is just something that they understand intuitively without even having to think about it. It's just like, here's this tool. Oh my gosh, look at what I can do with it, you know? Look at these. Look at this, and doesn't that feel fun to move that brush around? That's what kids do. What do you think that is? It's a scribble. But it could turn into something, you know? If you use your imagination. Sometimes I just like to scribble. This is a nice thing to do, like, before you do some actual drawings. Not that these aren't actually drawings, but some like drawings of things and people and stuff. And it's just kind of like a good way to warm up your hands and your eyes. And it's fun. You know, you see something like this and you're like, what is it? And that's like the whole thing. It's kind of mysterious because you don't know what you're looking at. Well, I'll tell you, man, it's what you're looking at is the action. The action and the dance of somebody's hands, somebody's body moving. I had more to say about this than I thought I would. Now I'm like making a face. I don't know, man. Do you think I got enough? So I would encourage you, if you ever want to try, to just get like a really cheap notebook, and if you just have like a Sharpie, like one of these, where do I have one of those? You know, you can do it with these too. Maybe I should show you that. Because like a marker can be fun too. You can just like go crazy with these. You know what I mean? Just fill up a whole entire sketchbook. Not a sketchbook. Just buy one of those really cheap, like, you know, just like a notebook. And buy a pack of these Sharpies. And just scribble, man. Just scribble on every page. I recommend it. I recommend it. You know, and sometimes what you do is you just fill up a whole page and you just keep going and going. But then what's really cool is when you get to this point, like where you have all these lines, there's like all this action going on, and you can like pick out shapes. You know, you can pick out these crazy shapes, and then you could color them. You could make an abstract painting like that with all these crazy shapes, you know. Fill these in with color. Use some like colored markers, and then you got a cool painting. You could do that. I'm just saying, man. Scribble away. Everybody needs to scribble sometimes.